Hi, I'm just going to take you through 5 top tips for cutting and conditioning your homegrown flowers. So first things first, tip number 1 is timing. So you want to cut your flowers either in the early morning before the sun gets up or in the afternoon. Now where I'm going to cut from in my garden currently is shaded, so it's only kind of like 5:30ish, but that's okay. But basically once the heat's gone out of the day, that's when you want to cut. You want to cut them and you want to leave them sat in water for at least 2 hours so they can have a really good drink, but I like to try and leave mine overnight if you can. So that's tip number 1, timing. Second tip is clean buckets, and when I say clean I mean like you want to eat your dinner off them. So I'm just going to show you one here, hopefully you can see this one. You can see how clean it is. I'm not very good at this. You can see how clean it is. So there is a little something floating in there, but basically just take a scourer and scrub it to within an inch of its life. Use bleach if you have to, because if you've got any bits of gunk in there, the minute the flower sucks the water up, if the gunk goes up into the stem of the flower, it's just going to block it and the flower's going to die really quickly. So really clean buckets. Tip number 3 is clean tepid water. So at the minute I've just used water out of the tap because it's quite warm and the tap water is fine, but obviously in the winter time tap water straight from the tap is really cold, so make sure you mix a bit of warm water in there so the flowers don't get a shock. It's just like if you this one here will then form flowers. So when you cut, you're cutting it at an angle, so you can see there 45 degrees. Oh, can you see it? You can see that it's cut at 45 degrees. This just means if it's sat on the bottom of the bucket, the water can still get up inside. So that's just a little tip there about cutting. And then the last one is, before you plunge it into your bucket of water, just strip all these lower leaves off. So literally just pull them like that. You can snip these bits off as well, which I'm going to do. And probably those ones. I'll probably leave these ones up here because I think they add a bit of interest, and then that is just going to get plunged into your bucket for a nice excuse me, a nice long cool drink for a couple of hours before it can be arranged. So there you go, top 5 tips. If you have a go at using them, then tag me and post pictures of your cut flowers, and hope it was useful. Bye.